I'm not sure of the exact time, but just based on the videos that we've seen in court, is my guess is I woke up around 7, and then yeah, I don't shower that long necessarily, but all of that took place right after the shower, maybe 7:10, something like that.
Él no es, yo no estoy seguro. Según los videos, veo que me despierto como a las 7 y tomé la ducha y debió haber tomado alrededor de un poco tiempo, alrededor de las 7:10.
Señor Poulos, es su deseo manifestar qué pasó posterior al momento de que usted se dio cuenta de que Valentina no respondía.
Do you wish to tell us what happened after you noticed her not responding?
I do. I don't know, again, I don't know how long, but I just completely broke down. You know, this was a girl that I loved. I talked to her for 9 months, every single day for 9 months. And I loved her. So it was, you know, imagine killing someone that you loved. I just had a horrible feeling. But for, I don't know how much time, for me, the room was spinning, right? I already had too much in the way of drugs, and now it was like I've been hit by a cannonball or something.
Sí, yo me quedé destruido. Yo a ella la amaba, había estado con ella 9 meses, había hablado con ella 9 meses todos los días. Imagínese matar a alguien al que uno ama. La habitación me daba vueltas, había consumido muchas drogas, entonces era como si un cañón me estuviera disparando.
¿Qué realizó usted, señor Poulos, luego de eso que nos acaban de narrar? Es decir, ¿qué actos o acciones usted realizó posteriores al haberse dado cuenta de que Valentina no respondía, estaba fallecida?
What actions did you take? What course of action did you take after realizing of her that she was deceased?
In this moment, I made a horrible decision. I thought to myself, like, if I go to the police, you know, one, I knew that there's a perception that the police and the government in Colombia is corrupt. And I knew if I had gone to prison, I'd be killed right away, just given what I'd be accused of. Also in this time, I thought about what Valentina had told me. She told me that in the DJ scene, in the club scene where she worked, she knew a lot of good people, and she knew a lot of bad people. And when she described, she's like, "There's people here that, you know, murder, they rob you, they extort you. There's just bad people here." And the thing is, she was really particular about which of her friends that I met. Otherwise, she wanted me to essentially like not be around the club scene with her all the time, just because some of those people may try to hurt me. So in this moment, I'm thinking about, you know, to me, it's life or death at the same time. If I go to prison, I'm likely to be killed there. If I go to trial, I didn't think my rights would be observed. And then I thought, you know, someone here, one of her friends, surely will want to kill me. So in this moment, I made a horrible decision, and I decided to try to escape. And I put her body into the blue suitcase that I had brought.
En este momento tomé una decisión horrible. Pensé que si iba a la policía, hay una percepción de que el gobierno en Colombia es corrupto, que en las prisiones, en la prisión me iban a matar, por supuesto, por el crimen del cual sería acusado. Mm, Valentina me dijo que en el medio de DJs hay buenas personas, pero hay malas personas. Eh, las personas pueden tratar de matarte, robarte, extorsionarte. Ella era muy particular, muy cuidadosa con qué amigos estaban, porque no quería estar alrededor de personas que me fueran a lastimar. Esto era una situación de vida o muerte. En el juicio, no, en un eventual juicio no tendría mis derechos garantizados. Los amigos de ella seguramente me iban a matar. Tomé una decisión horrible, traté de escapar y la metí en la maleta azul.
But I just want to add that her talking about the dangerous people and that she knew is posted as well. She told me many times, like, John, when you come to Colombia, you can't trust everyone here. You can trust me, but you have to realize there's a lot of dangerous people here. And I was acting based on that warning she gave me.
Añado que el comentario sobre las personas peligrosas que ella me mencionó también está publicado. Ella siempre me advertía que que hay muchas personas peligrosas en las cuales no se puede confiar.
But either way, I regret making that decision to put her in the suitcase and to try to escape.
En todo caso, lamento esa decisión de meterla en la maleta y tratar de escapar.
Señor Poulos, ¿nos puede indicar por qué motivo usted dice que se quería escapar? Y si era así, ¿qué realizó usted para poderse escapar?
Could you tell us, Mr. Poulos, why is it that you mentioned that you intended to escape, and what did you do to escape?
So I kind of talked about that before. I had there's a perception in the United States that the government here and the police are really corrupt, and I thought there's no way that I was going to get a fair trial here. Also, I was just fearing for my life. Valentina had told me that there are some really bad people here, and that's why she only introduced me to certain people. The thing is, that was all proven true because later during that escape, or I didn't actually escape really, but someone had messaged me and said, "Hey, we understand that you were last with Valentina and something happened to her, and wherever you go, we're going to find you and we're going to kill you."
You mentioned how? Texted you or?
That person messaged me on WhatsApp.
Okay. Mencioné algo sobre la percepción que existe de que el gobierno y la policía, que hay corrupción en el gobierno y la policía y que aquí no iba a tener un juicio justo. Tenía miedo por mi vida, por pues las personas peligrosas de las cuales Valentina me hablaba, que solo me había presentado algunas por esa causa. Y pues en el proceso de escape, alguien a través de WhatsApp me escribió. Could you tell me what did they write?
I don't remember the exact words,
So
but he said, "We know you were with Valentina last." He wrote it in English, but we know you were with Valentina last, and we know something happened, and wherever you go, we're going to find you and kill you.
Le escribieron en inglés y dijo, sabemos que usted fue quien estuvo último con Valentina. Fue el último que estuvo con Valentina. Donde quiera que esté, lo vamos a encontrar y lo vamos a matar.
And then the other part I mentioned before was that I feared I would be killed in prison. So the same, like in the U.S., if there's any crime having to do with like hurting women or children, many times that person ends up getting killed in prison. So in this moment, I felt horrible. I was still feeling the effects of the drugs and alcohol, but I decided, only out of trying to save my life, that the only decision I could make was to try to escape.
También tenía miedo que me iban a matar en la prisión porque como en los Estados Unidos, al igual que en los Estados Unidos, cuando hay crímenes contra mujeres o niños, personas resultan muertas. Me sentí terrible y todavía tenía efectos de las drogas y el alcohol, pero para salvar mi vida traté de escapar.
Señor Poulos, ¿qué hizo después de haber introducido el cuerpo de Valentina en la maleta que nos indicó?
What did you do after placing Valentina inside the suitcase that you mentioned to us?
So in that time before I left the apartment, I grabbed everything I could and took it down to the car that was parked in the parking lot below, the one that I had rented.
Él antes de dejar el apartamento tomó todo lo que podía y bajó al carro gris que había alquilado.
Including Valentina inside the blue suitcase.
Incluyendo a Valentina en la maleta azul.
¿Nos puede narrar, señor Poulos, qué ocurre o qué hace usted después de lo que nos acaba de mencionar? Es decir, o qué hizo con el cuerpo de Valentina que estaba en esa maleta. ¿Nos puede indicar, por favor?
What did you do next? What did you do with the body inside that bag?
I took, I put the Valentina into that cart. I put her black purse over her head, took her head, and I put the towel over both and took her down to the car.
Puse a Valentina dentro del carrito de mercado, la cubrí con el bolso negro y encima puse una toalla. Le puse una toalla encima de eso. And took her down.
Did you say black bag? Oh yeah, the other
Purse.
bag was black. Yeah, the purse.
Purse.
Okay. Yep.
You said that.
Yep.
And you took her down.
Yes.
Después de poner la toalla, la bajó.
Señor Poulos, ¿qué pasó después de que usted introduce a Valentina en el vehículo? ¿Qué hizo usted después de ello?
What happened after you placed her within the vehicle? What did you do next?
Just after just that morning, it was all panic for me. I had never been in a situation like this. I've never had a problem with the law in my life. I think I had one speeding ticket back in college, but I was in sheer panic. And after I put her in the car, I proceeded to go towards to leave the building. Now, in other testimony of the police officer, he said that I was checking for people, but the thing is, there was a car lift that I had never used before, and you had to press a button for the car lift to come. So I kept checking, is the elevator down or is it up? Am I going to be able to leave or not? But once I figured out how that worked, I proceeded to leave in the car. just as part of having all that alcohol and drugs and panic all in one time. That's when I hit the back left of the car and damaged the car as I was.
You hit what?
I damaged the car on the way out.
Esa mañana era todo un pánico completo. Nunca había estado en una situación, nunca había tenido problemas con la ley. Una vez tuve un tiquete por alta velocidad, pero pues estaba en completo pánico. Cuando subí al auto, cuando iba a dejar el apartamento, dicen en un testimonio que estaba revisando si venía gente, pero lo que pasa es que es un ascensor de autos, entonces necesitaba saber si había, si el ascensor estaba abajo para poder subir, y pues también causa del alcohol y las drogas, le pegué al carro en la salida.
Continue.
Señor Poulos, cuando usted sale en el vehículo que rentó, ¿qué ocurrió después? ¿Qué hizo usted después?
When you exited with that rented vehicle, what did you do next?
So at that time, I still had like a little time before I needed to return the keys for the apartment. So I just again out of panic, I thought, okay, I need to move Valentina's body right away and hide it. But I had no idea where to go. I'd only been to Bogota 3 times, and I pretty much just drove around. I think for roughly an hour at that point. I don't remember the exact time. I didn't find a place to place Valentina's body, but I threw away some of her belongings at that time. And then I realized, like, oh yeah, all of the clothes that were in that bag that I used, they were all still on on the bed or on the floor in the apartment. And I decided to go back to the apartment, and I parked in front of the Cappadocia building. And I went back in, grabbed I used that same cart that I'd used to move Valentina's body. I used that same cart to go back up to the apartment. I didn't have a bag for my clothes, so I just threw them in loose. And then I just came right back down to the car that was parked out front of the Cappadocia building. As I did that, I gave the key back to the cleaning person that was waiting to clean the apartment. And yeah. Oh, I should say I just threw all my clothes just loose into the front seat of the car at that time.
Your clothes as well.
What was that?
Your clothes.
My clothes, yeah, into the front seat of the car.
And what about hers?
Well, I had thrown all those away, and I mentioned I had thrown her stuff away.
It was your clothes, yes.
Yeah.
Thanks. Sí, una claridad sobre el tema de la ropa de quién era. Cuando salió, todavía tenía un tiempo para devolver las llaves, entonces necesitaba desplazarse para esconder para esconder el cuerpo. No tenía dónde, no conocía Bogotá, solo había estado acá en 3 oportunidades. Y él no encontró un sitio, pero sí botó algunas de las pertenencias de Valentina. Toda la ropa que él tenía, que tenía en esa maleta azul que usó, las había dejado en el suelo, en la cama del apartamento. Entonces volvió, yo volví, parqué al frente del apartamento, cogí, no tenía en qué usarlas, las cogí esa ropa, las puse al frente del automóvil, así separadas, porque no las había metido en ninguna bolsa. También tuvo tiempo. Could you tell me about giving back the keys to the cleaning person?
So on the way down from getting my clothes, so I had all the clothes in my cart, went in the elevator, and then I got off the elevator and just wheeled my clothes out to the car, but I gave the key to the room to the cleaning lady on the way out.
Sí, que cuando él estaba saliendo le dio la llave del apartamento a la señora del aseo cuando estaba en el proceso de salida.
But I remember even just putting the clothes in the front seat, I wheeled the cart into the mud accidentally, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, what the heck happened here? This is unbelievable.
Sí, él usó el mismo carro de mercado para echar la ropa que él recuperó del apartamento, y que cuando iba saliendo en ese carro metió una rueda en el barro y que se dijo a sí mismo, ¿qué carajos pasó?
Después de usted haber vuelto al edificio Capadocia por su ropa, ¿qué pasó después?
What happened after you went back to the Cappadocia building for your clothes? What happened afterwards?
So from there, I'm still thinking, where can I put Valentina's body? And I remembered we had gone in September. We had gone to lunch in the north where there was a lake nearby, and I thought, okay, maybe I'll put her body in like the wilderness there. But it was Sunday, and I couldn't turn left, and Google Maps couldn't help me anymore. I was blocked all the way down when I wanted to turn left and couldn't do it. So at that point, I decided, okay, I'll, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I need to leave the country as soon as possible. So I decided to go towards the airport.
Estaba aún pensando qué debía hacer con el cuerpo. En septiembre, cuando habíamos ido a almorzar al norte, cerca a un lago, entonces pensé allá en esos espacios naturales dejar, pero era domingo y no pude hacer el giro hacia la izquierda, y what application did you use? What was it?
Google Maps.
Google Maps.
Yeah.
Y que Google Maps no lo pudo ubicar bien, entonces él pensó que tenía que salir, tenía que irse, y entonces se dirigió hacia el aeropuerto.
From there, so I was going towards the airport, and I kept looking around where can I put Valentina's body, and I kept going like past the airport. I don't know how to describe Bogota well, but past the car rental place, and I kept driving until I saw like a bank of garbage dumpsters. From there, I drove around and tried to look at the cameras, or look to see if there were any cameras, and I didn't see any. I looked to see if there were anyone like dumpster diving. I didn't see any. I did see two people sitting outside on a bench, maybe 50 meters away. But I decided, okay, to them, I'm just some random person. They won't look. But in this moment, that's when I put Valentina into the garbage.
Estaba pues yendo hacia el aeropuerto, y pues tenía que disponer del cuerpo de Valentina. Entonces pasé el aeropuerto, pasé el sitio de alquiler de autos, y vi un conjunto de contenedores de basura. Me detuve a ver si habían cámaras. y solo vi a 2 personas que estaban en una banca, pero pues pensé que eran 2 personas, digamos, comunes y que no iban a mirar, y que ahí puse el cuerpo de Valentina.
Señor Poulos, ¿nos puede explicar o hacer claridad por qué motivo no pudo hacer ese giro, que nos explique bien ese contexto de que nos indicó anteriormente?
Could you please specify or clarify a bit more about that left turn that you could not make?
So near I think it was quite near the Cappadocia building. The Cappadocia building is in like the north side of Colombia. And every time I tried to like I could turn left, but I couldn't get to like in the US we'd call it an exit or a way to get to that north area. And I kept trying to make to go to that same route, or however Google Maps would reroute me. But that entire time, that entire street was filled with bicyclists, and the roads were blocked off. So after trying a few times, I don't remember how many times I tried, I decided to just give up on trying to go north.
Cerca a Capadocia, el edificio de Capadocia queda en la zona norte de Colombia, pero él siempre que trataba de ir a la izquierda, o como lo que en Estados Unidos es como coger las salidas, siempre había un problema y lo volvía a la misma ruta a través de Google Maps. Estaba la calle cerrada por ciclistas, siempre, entonces estaba bloqueada. Entonces, después de tratar varias veces, tomé la otra decisión. After that, several times, you decided to go to the airport.
Yeah.
Después de eso, decidió ir al aeropuerto.
I didn't go to the airport. I went toward the airport.
Que no fue al aeropuerto, sino se dirigió hacia el aeropuerto.
Señor Poulos, ¿nos puede indicar qué hizo usted después de haber arrojado el cuerpo de Valentina en ese contenedor de basura?
What did you do after throwing away the body of Valentina in that garbage disposal container?
I'd also along the way thrown out all of her belongings. But after that, I just because I decided I would try to escape, I needed a suitcase quick for my clothes. So I went, I searched on my phone where a place to buy a suitcase might be. I found one kind of on the way towards the airport. And I went there and just as quickly as possible bought a suitcase. I remember that they had asked me for my passport to buy one, but I pled with them that I would just pay in cash, and I didn't want to give my passport number at that time.
You were asked at that moment to show your passport.
I was.
En el camino él ya había botado todas las pertenencias de Valentina, pues y él, pues para escapar, necesitaba una maleta, porque él precisamente había usado para su ropa, para la ropa que ya se explicó. Perdón, hablo en primera persona de nuevo. Entonces busqué un sitio para comprar una maleta. En el camino encontré una y rápidamente fui a comprar. Me dijeron que tenía que mostrar el pasaporte, pero le dije que iba a pagar en efectivo, que no lo necesitaba mostrar.
But from there, I made my way towards the car rental place and returned the car. In that moment, that's when I put all of my clothes into the bag. And then I also paid for the damage on the car right away. I had the insurance on the car, but didn't. I was panicking. I just wanted to leave as fast as possible, so I just paid for the damage right away. But one thing to note that that was on the Sunday, and my reservation was all the way until the Monday. And so I returned the car earlier than what was planned. Really what was planned is that Valentina and I would move on that Sunday to another apartment. And then I would need the car to move our things, but then I would return the car on the Monday. And then after that, we'd either Uber or I thought maybe I'd be buying a car soon.
Can you repeat that last part? Because I got it. You were going to return it on Monday, but then you and Valentina would move.
Yeah, so I had planned to return the car on the Monday, but the events I'm describing took place on the Sunday, so I was returning the car early. But I had planned to return the car on the Monday so that I would have it for our move to another apartment.
Entonces fue al sitio de alquiler de autos para devolver el auto. Ahí puso toda su ropa en la maleta y pagó por los daños en el carro. Tenía seguro, pero pues él estaba con pánico y entonces pagó directamente. Esa reserva, él devolvió el carro el domingo, pero él tenía reserva hasta el lunes. Lo devolvió el domingo, pues por los eventos que se han descrito. Lo devolví el domingo por los eventos que se han descrito, pero yo tenía planeado usarlo el domingo para pasarme con Valentina a otro apartamento ese domingo.
Lunes.
On Monday, you were planning to move on Monday.
Well, the car reservation ended Monday,
Yeah,
so I would need it for our move Sunday.
yeah, moved on Sunday.
Move on Sunday, have it for Monday, and then after that, I'd either get it. Yeah.
Sí, él trastearse, se iba a trastear el domingo y lo devolvía el lunes.
Bueno, vamos a hacer una pausa. Vamos a volver aquí a las 2 de la tarde para efecto de que todos podamos almorzar y continuemos con la vice. Las partes quedan notificadas en estados en este momento, siendo las 11:55. Suspendemos para retomar a las 2 de la tarde en esta misma sala. Muchas gracias, muy amables.